Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my most recent acquisition. So, I have a budget, right? I stick to it. The channel has a budget, and it's different month by month. But this month, for December, I made it all the way to December 1st before I blew the entire budget on this. I was not expecting to buy this. I did pay full price. There were no favors or anything like that. But I happened to cross this on Instagram and thought, yeah, I'm gonna buy this. So thank you so much to Skiff Made Blades for, I guess, putting this up for sale on Instagram and allowing me to pay for it. Thank you so much to my patrons for supporting me, and please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. Complex? Okay, forgot my name. Let's go ahead and get in here. I cannot believe how fast this got here. I mean, this was just lightning fast. I thought it was going to be later on in the week, but get to open it today. So here we go. There's that, and then actually I think there's maybe some more paperwork in here. Yeah, well, there's something else. Oh, it's my invoice. Okay, wonderful. Good deal. So, if you guys don't know who this is, it would be this gentleman here. This is where Skiff bearings come from. But you can check out his website, Instagram, stuff like that. There you go. Let's go ahead and see what we've got here. Oh, I'm very excited. Fully made in the USA, by the way. Oh, look at that. How beautiful. Oh my goodness. Yes, wonderful, wonderful. That pivot is awesome. This, so beautiful. So beautiful. Look at that blade. Oh my gosh. Let's make sure. So I mix his models up all the time. I constantly mix them up. But we have a Fugitive frame lock here. Now, this is actually my second Skiff. A lot of you know that I have a Drifter, a really crazy. My first one was absolutely crazy. I have a Zerkatai and Damacor Drifter. And as much as I wanted to have, a matching Fugitive, I can't believe, God, the action on these. It's just unreal, man. It's just unreal. The flipping action is so good. I did not have the budget to buy another Damasteel and Zerkatai. This one is very, very expensive. But I bought this one here for, I want to say it was 800. I did it so quickly I can't remember. I believe it was 800. And for what this is, I mean, a lot of people, if you're new or if you found me on YouTube Shorts, welcome, right? If you didn't know that pocket knives get expensive, the reason I'm singling out YouTube Shorts because it seems like that's where most of the newer people come from. Welcome to my channel. Knives get extremely expensive. You have no idea. Multiple thousands and well beyond, right? Now, when we're talking about a US-made pocket knife that is small batch, not a gigantic company like Kershaw, right, where it's mostly USA. No, we're talking 100% in-house, small batch, not able to be mass-produced. Factually, they cost a lot more money. You're also going to get an increase in overall execution, for sure. You are not going to be able to pick something like this up from, a company like ZT or Kershaw, right? It's just not going to happen. Beautiful, beautiful machining there. Awesome. So there were actually a few in his post, 3 of them, if I remember correctly. And I almost bought the one with the big blue pivot collar, but I said, no, you know what? Why don't you give me that one that's a little more plain Jane, just with just a couple of highlights there. So we have a CPM 154, very high satin finish, near mirror flat. Almost a perfect mirror flat. And then we have beautiful hand rub satin finish, and that is, of course, done by hand. It's also going to add to the price. So somebody like me who is a collector, right? Despite the, again, speaking more to the new people who find this channel has gotten 20,000 new subscribers per month for the last 3 months. So I know there's a lot of new people watching. Somebody like me who's a collector, just for a brief explanation, I'm no longer looking for simple utility. I've got tons of knives that will cut and, you know, serve me well in that aspect. As a collector, I search for elements far outside the realms of utility. So while this knife will cut the same as a, you know, $20 pocket knife, or roughly, what I'm looking for is not only materials, but execution of materials and design, right? So it's really cool to have the contrast between the near mirror flats and the hand rub satin finish. I also like the fact that it is, of course, done by hand there. The action and detent break on these knives in particular is something, you know, an element that somebody like me is going to want to pursue. And then, of course, the overall design, machining of the titanium, the bevels, right? Just how the pivot looks in contrast with the rest of the machined titanium. Just beautiful, absolutely. And the fact that these are small batch, a little bit harder to get when you're trying to get a specific one. These are the kinds of things that, you know, we like to chase. On top of that, knives like this will retain their value, which is something that, you know, I don't talk enough about this, but people who buy knives in this tier know that. So when you buy a knife in this tier, it costs a lot of money, but the nice thing is if you decide down the road, you know what, I think I've enjoyed this, you know, long enough. If you decide to use it, obviously the value will go down, but it will still maintain an enormous amount of its value, especially something like this. But if you don't use it and you decide to turn around and sell it, a lot of times you can just get the same amount of money back out of it. Sometimes you take a little bit of a bath, right? You know, that's the nice thing about stuff like this, is that it generally will maintain its value. Versus, you know, if you buy clones, I mean, go on your own journey, that's fine. But you guys know I hate clones. If you buy a bunch of clones, they're essentially worthless, right? So it depends on your goal. It depends on what you like to, you know, pick up and your reasons for it. But stuff like this factually costs a lot more money to make. I'm very happy to have two of these, two knives from Skiff. These are absolutely beautiful and just perfection. Well worth it for people who do buy knives in this territory, right? Maybe you've looked at Holt, Brown, you've looked at Herman, Koenig, same tier, same caliber, absolutely. Just beautiful. The overall length of this guy, it's about a perfect size for my hand, but it's a little bit shorter than I think you might assume. I think it's about 7 3/4 inches. Yeah, 7 3/4 with a 3.5 inch blade. Very cool. And awesome ergonomic lines. Beautiful choke up position there. Really just spectacular. I am overjoyed with this. What a beautiful knife. Holy moly. That's awesome. I'm still trying to decide, now that I have two, obviously one of these is a save queen. This one's never going to get used. But there's a big part of me that really wants to carry and use this knife. It was a lot less expensive, of course, than the Drifter. And now that I have two models, I'm very tempted to carry and use this knife. Well, I mean, I'm certain it would actually make a beautiful user. CPM 154 is the blade steel, which is really fantastic. That's one of my favorite steels ever, so that's awesome. Very excited about this one. Okay, I have not actually reviewed this knife yet. This is just an unboxing and first impressions, which I always do first on this channel. I will do a review on this. This knife will get a full comprehensive review a couple of weeks down the road, at least. That's going to be it for today. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe, because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.